Hello and welcome to Look Around. First tonight, 3 Carlisle pubs have now been linked to a recent Covid-19 outbreak in the city. Public health officials are calling for all customers who visited the bars on specific days earlier this month to get tested, even if they aren't currently showing coronavirus symptoms. Our reporter Lewis Warner joins us live from outside one of the pubs affected. Lewis, tell us more.
Well, we've known that the number of COVID cases in Carlisle has been slowly rising in the last few days, but those cases were connected with the Cumberland Infirmary. We now know 6 cases don't appear to have that in connection. Instead, they are connected to 3 pubs in Carlisle and 1 house party. Now, this is one of the pubs behind me, the Turf, near the Sand Centre. We're told that anybody who's been in these pubs should now get tested, even if they don't have symptoms. Let's take a look at the list of those pubs for you now. It is the Turf, as I say, in Carlisle on Thursday the 9th of July, Friday the 10th of July and Sunday the 12th of July. Lloyd's Bar in Carlisle on Saturday the 11th of July and the Museum in Carlisle on Monday the 13th of July. So important that those people get tested then. Earlier I spoke to Cumbria's Director of Public Health, Colin Cox, who told me about the importance of maintaining a social distance when you're out and about.
So we know that there have been people who've tested positive who we know have been in a pub. They've gone on to a house party where there have been other people present as well. And obviously we're starting to see a number of cases that are coming through from that. So significant challenges starting to emerge for us in the Carlisle area. Absolutely it's a concern, because if people aren't taking seriously the advice that we're giving around maintaining physical distancing, even as we easily lock down, then this is what's going to happen, and we're going to start to see further spread. And then the risk is that we end up having to think about locking back down again, and nobody wants to get to that.
Well, anybody who's been to a pub in the last few days will know that you're likely to be asked for a name and number, and that's to help this exact situation. So you'd get a phone call to tell you to get tested because you've been around somebody that has. But Colin Cox there telling me today that in 2 of the 3 pubs in question, that wasn't happening at all. And in the 3rd it was, but it was very limited. He's now urging all of the pubs and restaurants to collect that data because it could help prevent the spread. Tonight, a spokesperson for Wetherspoons and Lloyd's told us that they do operate a track and trace, and they fully support the council's call for people to get tested. We have approached the other pubs for a comment, but we are yet to hear back. The pubs in question do remain open, as it's thought there isn't any lingering risk.
OK, thank you for that, Lewis. And as well as the outbreak linked to those Carlisle pubs, a petrol station in Penrith closed after a member of staff tested positive there. So how worried are health officials that we're potentially seeing signs of a second COVID spike in Cumbria?
Well, they're concerned, but say at the moment it is manageable. As you say, they are managing another outbreak in Eden. It's a small outbreak, they describe, and say it's related to a house party and a barbecue where multiple households gathered and weren't sticking by that social distancing. That's where the garage comes in too. That's where it's linked to that party. So that garage is now closed. It's undergoing a deep clean, and we're told the Townhead garage in Penrith will reopen once that deep clean is finished. Now, of course, lots of people will be fearing another Leicester-style lockdown in Carlisle after these events, but we're told we are still far off from that at the moment. But the message from public health officials is that we can stop this just by sticking to the government guidelines.
Yes, clear message. Thank you very much, Lewis in Carlisle.